to some degree.
You guessed you became a leader.
To some degree. To some degree.
No, I know. I heard you at my first time I went first. I heard you speak and I cried. You know, mashallah, you have this effect on people where you start off slow and then you just get so passionate.
It's those onions that people don't know. I carry those onions with me, and as I'm speaking, I throw the onions out there so that people start crying, and they think it's because of the talk.
We know you hide them under the seats.
Right.
So, as I mentioned earlier, that you were the founder of the Masjid al-Taqwa in Brooklyn, New York, and from what I've heard of the masjid, I heard that you started the masjid in a community that was known for its drug problems and other negative things.
According to the captain of the 79th precinct, this is our area. This is the precinct. He said that was one of the worst areas in terms of drugs, murder, crime. And, I only wish that we took pictures so you can see before and after what it was like. I'm talking about abandoned buildings. On the block of the masjid, our masjid, what Taqwa would become, we had 15 drug houses, 15. And Allah blessed us to close them down. If you look at it now, they're easily over 30 businesses, Muslim businesses in that area. We have halal meat markets and bookstores and clothing stores, and we have 2 Chinese Muslim restaurants and pizza shops and clothing. I mean, you cannot imagine the development of that area. And not only Muslims, but other business people moved in the area. So it's night and day. As one Imam mentioned, it's like a little village there now. That area has become, where it used to be blighted, is now bright with lights and business and activity, and a lot of money now. The city is putting in that area because it's become now a great business hub. Yeah.
So about how many members do you have in your community in the masjid?
On Jummah prayer, we have about 1,300 people come there for Jummah. And
I don't usually quote Shakespeare. Shakespeare put in the mouth of one who was admiring the hero. He said, "He hath a daily beauty in his life that makes me ugly." And when I think about the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I feel so small, so far away.
Because of that large number of people who are in your community, you had to expand it. And
had to, yeah. In fact, we expanded almost every week, and then it'll fill up again. The architect actually finished the design, and he said that when we finish building our project with the present location, it'll be a 4-story project. We'll be able to accommodate 7,500 people for Jummah, and that's my dream. My dream is to have 7,500 people worshiping Allah in that area at Masjid al-Taqwa on Friday. That's my dream. And I want us to have, and I told the brothers, I want us to have for Fajr prayer, 1,000 worshipers.
wow.
Yeah.
Mashallah.
And right now all of the prayers are packed. I mean, pretty much so. But that's my goal, 1,000 people at Fajr. 7,500 people for Jummah prayer. That's my goal.
So what can we do in order to help you achieve that goal?
It takes money. The project costs about $4.5 million. We have pledges for about $1 million. So basically, we need money to build it, and I'm always confident that ultimately we'll build it. It may take time, but ultimately we'll build it, inshallah.
Well, Jazakallah khair for coming on our show today, and inshallah, hopefully you'll be able to raise the needed funds tonight. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
So I want to just say this a little plaque, and I went to Imam Zaid's, Imam Siraj's mosque, and there were so many plaques, and I feel a little embarrassed this thing's just gonna shrink. I mean, he's got plaques from everybody except the APAC people. They're the only ones that have disagree in this country. So you can add that there, because and I'll tell you why we did this, just to let you know. Imam Zaid had gone to New York and I don't want to diss the New York community at all, because I actually like New York, and I'll tell you something about New York that happened to me there. But, you know, people, one of the things about people is that they're rarely appreciated in the area that they're at. And that's, Allah made that His sunnah. The Prophet Muhammad he was the star of Quraysh. And when he started calling them to the truth, he descended in their estimation. That's Imam al-Qushayri says that's one of the meanings of that verse. And so you have to descend in the eyes of humanity in order to rise in the sight of Allah. And that's a good thing for egos and so it's good that they don't treat you very well in New York. And just to keep, because people, we've been inflating your ego all night, and I just want to say, we need to keep it in check. So just remember how they treat you in New York, because that'll keep you humble, Imam. So I just, seriously.